Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan, maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat. Kagandahang asal ang ipakita, ipadama ang pusong may malasakit. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Sakali mang tayo'y subukin ng unos, ating haharapin ng walang takot. Sasamahan ka ni Fernan at Dino, ang bagong barkada mo. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Dino, nakapag-register ka na ba sa darating na halalan?
Oo, noong nakaraang buwan, nakapag-register na ako. Ikaw, nakapag-register ka na ba?
Hindi pa. Ang haba kasi ng pila nung isang araw. Hindi na lang ako boboto. Isa lang naman ang boto ko. Wala naman sigurong epekto yon kung hindi ako boboto.
Uy, meron kaya? Every vote counts, sabi nga nila. Malaki ang pwedeng magbago sa bansa kapag bumoto ka. That's a logical reason to vote.
Ha? Anong ibig sabihin ng logic?
Ayan ha, alam mo ba kaya wala si Nan ngayon? Dahil nakatutok na siya sa episode ngayong araw. Tara!
It's Genmat time!
Good day, Fernandino Teens. I am Sir JV, and I will be your general mathematics teacher for today. Let us warm up our minds with the matchsticks game. You need to solve 3 matchsticks puzzles. I will give you 45 seconds for each puzzle. Are you ready? For the first puzzle, you need to move only 3 matches so the fish swims to the right. Timer starts now. This is the solution to the first puzzle. Here is one matchstick that you should move. Here is the second one. And here is the third one. Now, the fish swims to the right. Did you solve the first puzzle? Great! For the second puzzle, you need to move only 2 matches and form same shape cup so the ice is outside of cup. Timer starts now. This is the solution to the puzzle. You need to move this stick and this one. Now, the ice is now outside the cup. It is the same shape cup, but it is upside down. Did you solve the second puzzle? Amazing! For the last puzzle, you need to move only 1 matchstick to fix the equation. Timer starts now. Here is the trick for the third puzzle. You need to move the matchstick from the plus sign to form a 9. Now, we have 9 minus 7 equals 2, which is a correct equation. Did you solve the third puzzle? Fantastic! Now, let me ask you, how were you able to solve the puzzles? Did you apply logic while solving them? You often hear the word logic, right? How do you understand the word logic? If we will define it, logic is the science of correct reasoning. We apply logic in our daily life. We use it during our formal discussions in classrooms and when we are convincing other people. We also use it when we are making conclusions and decisions in life. Logic is also applied in various fields like engineering, law, philosophy, computer science, and mathematics. Did you know that logic makes our electronic gadgets, such as cell phones, work? Interesting, right? Here is a trivia. Aristotle is one of the earliest logicians and one of the most renowned. His logic was used to distinguish valid arguments from invalid arguments. An argument is a set of propositions with 2 parts, premises and conclusion. For this lesson, we will focus on propositions, which are the basic building blocks of propositional logic. For today's lesson, we will first define a proposition, Second, identify the two types of propositions. Third, perform the logical operations. And last, symbolize propositions. Let us define proposition. A proposition is a declarative sentence that can be classified as true or false, but not both. If you can recall, in your English subject, a declarative sentence is a statement of fact, opinion, intent, or feeling. Let us have an example of a proposition. The earth is flat. This sentence is a proposition because it is a declarative sentence and it has a truth value. Is the statement the earth is flat true or false? Correct. This statement is false. We know that the earth is not flat. Do you remember the shape of the earth? What is it? Yes, the shape of the earth is oblate spheroid. Now that we understand logic and the use of propositions, we will learn more about this topic when Fernandino Teens TV Season 2 returns.
Ang Schools Division Office City of San Fernando, Pampanga ay kaisa ng Department of Education sa pagsasagawa ng mga proyekto at programa na tumutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng mga mag-aaral. Inilunsad ang Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors upang magbigay ng educational at psychological assistance sa mga mag-aaral, magulang at stakeholders ng division. Kaya, kung may nais kayong itanong tungkol sa pag-aaral, maaaring magpadala ng mensahe sa Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors Facebook page o tumawag sa mga numero na makikita sa ibaba ng inyong screen tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa ganap na alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Maaari rin kayong sumangguni sa ating guidance counselors na nagbibigay ng guidance and counseling services. Lahat ng inyong ibabahagi ay mananatiling confidential. Ang nasabing programa ay nagsisilbing daan upang malaman ang feedbacks ng stakeholders para matulungan ang ating divisyon na mapagbuti pa ang mga sumusunod na programa. Ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Tumawag na sa aming mga numero o bumisita na sa aming Facebook page at magpadala ng inyong mga katanungan.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Welcome back to Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. A while back, we have discussed the definition of logic and propositions. Let us discuss another example of proposition and we will have an activity afterwards. Example number 2. The COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the coronavirus. This is a declarative sentence. How about its truth value? Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. COVID-19 is an infectious disease. That is why we must always wear face masks when going out. Do you now understand what a proposition is? Great! Now, let us have an activity. Determine if the given sentence is a proposition or not. Comment P if it is a proposition and NP if it is not. You may also write your answers on a sheet of paper. Are you ready? Number 1. Luzon is the biggest island in the Philippines. Is this a declarative sentence? Yes, this sentence is a declarative sentence. Is it true or false? Right, this statement is true. We have learned from Araling Panlipunan that Luzon is the biggest island in the Philippines. Therefore, this sentence is a proposition. Number 2. Find a number which divides 50. Is this a declarative sentence, Fernandino teens? You are right. This is not a declarative sentence. It is an imperative sentence. If you can recall, imperative sentence is used to state a command, request, or direction. Therefore, this sentence is not a proposition. Number 3. How old are you? Is this a declarative sentence? Very good. This is not a declarative sentence. It is an interrogative sentence which is used to ask questions. Therefore, this sentence is not a proposition. Number 4. It's hot. Is this a declarative sentence? Correct. This is not a declarative sentence. It is an exclamatory sentence which is used to express strong feelings. Therefore, this sentence is not a proposition. Number 5. 2x equals 1. This is a mathematical sentence which we can translate as 2 times x is equal to 1. Is this a declarative sentence? Very good. It is a declarative sentence. Is it true or false? We cannot determine if the statement is true or false because the value of x is unknown. Therefore, this is not a proposition. Did you get all the correct answers? Brilliant! Always remember that a proposition must be a declarative sentence and it must have a truth value. At this juncture, we will discuss the types of propositions. There are 2 types of propositions: the simple and compound propositions. Simple proposition is a statement that conveys one thought, and it does not contain a connecting word. Examples: my mother cooked my lunch. Another: Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. These are simple propositions because each of them conveys a single meaning. The second type of proposition is the compound proposition, which is a statement formed from simple propositions using connecting words. The propositions that make up the compound proposition are called simple components. Example number 1. I will study later, or I will go shopping. In this example, the connecting word used is or. There are also 2 simple components here. I will study later, and I will go shopping. Example number 2. The cinemas were not open during the pandemic. In this example, the connecting word used is not. The simple component is the cinemas were opened during the pandemic. Simple and compound propositions are easy to distinguish, right? Let us have another activity, Fernandino teens. For this activity, you will identify if the given proposition is simple or compound. If it is a compound proposition, identify the connecting word used and the simple components. Let us start. Number 1. Josephine Bracken was Jose Rizal's wife. Is this a simple proposition or compound proposition? You're right. This is a simple proposition because there is no connecting word used in the sentence. Number 2. We can have a good president if you will vote wisely. Is this a simple proposition or compound proposition? Correct. This is a compound proposition. What is the connecting word used? Right. The connecting word used is if. Can you identify the simple components? Very good. The simple components are we can have a good president and you will vote wisely. How about you, Fernandino teens? Are you now eligible to vote? Let us vote wisely in the upcoming 2022 election. Number 3. Mount Mayon is an active volcano and it is located in Albay. Is this a simple proposition or compound proposition? Brilliant! This is a compound proposition. What is the connecting word used? Correct. The connecting word used is and. How about the simple components? Wonderful! The simple components are Mount Mayon is an active volcano and Mount Mayon is located in Albay. Notice that we have used the pronoun it to represent Mount Mayon in the statement. Number 4. An angle is right if and only if it measures 90 degrees. Is this a simple proposition or compound proposition? Awesome! This is a compound proposition. What are the connecting words used? Right. The connecting words used are if and only if. Can you identify the simple components? You've got it right. The simple components are an angle is right and an angle measures 90 degrees. Did you answer them correctly? Great! After knowing the two types of propositions, we will now discuss the logical operations. But before we proceed, can you tell me the 4 basic operations in math? Right. The 4 basic operations in math are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But wait, there's more. In logic, we also have a different set of operations which are applied to make compound propositions. Are you ready to learn them? Let's go! The first logical operation is negation. The negation of a given proposition is a proposition that is false whenever the given proposition is true, and true whenever the given proposition is false. Let us consider the proposition, Regine Velasquez is a singer. We know that this proposition is true. To negate this, we write, Regine Velasquez is not a singer. Since we have negated the proposition, its truth value is now false. We just inserted the word not in the given proposition to have opposite meaning or thought in the sentence. We can also write the negation as, it is not the case that Regine Velasquez is a singer. In here, we added the phrase, it is not the case that, before the given proposition. Another operation is the conjunction. A conjunction is a combination of two propositions connected using the word and. Example, I will visit my grandmother and I will hug her. In this example, The simple components, I will visit my grandmother and I will hug her, are called the conjuncts. Let's go to the next operation, which is disjunction. A disjunction is a combination of two propositions connected using the word or. Example, Mary will pass the exam or she will retake the subject. In this example, the simple components, Mary will pass the exam and she will retake the subject, are called the disjuncts. We are now done with negation, conjunction, and disjunction. When we return, we will discuss the remaining logical operations. Stay tuned!
Maya po oras kaya kayo, Fernandinos. Ako pala ay Elwin Arl Serrano ng City Tourism Office ng Siyudad San Fernando. Ngayong bulan na ini, pagmasusyantaya ang National Heritage Month, na ating temang Victory and Humanity, Upholding Filipino Heritage and Identity. Kambena nini, metong karang aktibidades na ng siyudad, atin ning launching ning bayong Heritage Passport. Yung Heritage Passport, apin ning metong karing proyekto ning kaya katamong syudad, yung paminamuna ng Mayor Edwin D. Santiago. Anong nuka rin makalagelangan, ding eganagan ng heritage sites, heritage structures, na akit tamo king kaya katamong Heritage District. Makakayado din kini, ding importansya da ding mapil na tradisyon, kaya ni syudad, kalupa na ning pamangawang parol, ang po yung pamangalesa. May awo siyang Heritage Passport, uling atin kang dapat gawan, anong nukaran puntalan mo lading at yung passport, at saka ka mag-selfie. Kay ba't kanta, palto making tourism office, at mamiyalang sticker ka rin eganaganang apuntulan mong lugar. At timaw may ngari ang tutong passport. Balo mi ngeni, panahon na ini, tamo makain bisa lumal, uli na ning COVID-19 pandemic. Kaya naman kimbanwa nga ini, agkatan ko ding bikers tamo, edad 18 hanggang 50, imbis na lumaot kayo po, di na nyo lang dita ka oras, di kaya katamong heritage structures, kaya ni syudad. Anya naman karing mumo ng 50 bikers ang makayari kaya katamong heritage passport, midinan lang premium only San Fernando loot bag. Inggawan nyo mo ba kanta makapag-register, punta kayo mismo opisina na ng City Tourism, yung munisipyo, at saka kayo magdalang metong valid ID. Kabinan kaya kayong heritage passport, ating makasipit ang instruction nung nano pa ing dapat gawan. Anya naman ka rin hanggang kapadyakin, nanano ko pa, tara na!
Fernandino Teens TV.
You are still watching Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Before the break, we have discussed compound propositions and the logical operations, namely negation, conjunction, and disjunction. Let us now continue discussing the remaining two logical operations. Fourth on the list is conditional. A conditional is a combination of two propositions connected using the words if-then. Example, if you will study hard, then you will get high grades. The proposition that follows the word if is called the hypothesis, and the proposition that follows the word then is called the conclusion. The given statement can also be written as, if you will study hard, you will get high grades. You can observe that the word then was omitted, but it is understood to be there. We can also write the statement as, you will get high grades if you will study hard. You can see here that the positions of the hypothesis and conclusion were switched, and the word then was also omitted. Both formats can be used in writing a conditional proposition. The last operation is biconditional. A biconditional is a conjunction of two conditional propositions where the hypothesis and conclusion have been interchanged. Example: if a shape is a triangle, then it has three sides. And if a shape has three sides, then it is a triangle. The conjuncts here are the two conditional propositions. The first one is, if a shape is a triangle, then it has three sides. And the second one is, if a shape has three sides, then it is a triangle. To make the biconditional proposition shorter, we can write it as, a shape is a triangle if and only if it has three sides. You can see that the words if and only if were used to connect the propositions, a shape is a triangle and a shape has three sides. Those are the 5 logical operations. They are very easy to understand, right? You just need to be familiar with the connector used for each logical operation. At this point, we will discuss the logical symbols. In algebra, we use variables like x and y to represent numbers. In logic, we can also use variables to represent propositions. For example, we can represent the proposition 2 is an even number using letter P. To do this, we write P colon followed by the given proposition. Another example. In here, letter Q was used to represent the proposition Johnny is 10 years old. We can also represent the logical connectors in symbols. This table shows the logical connectors and their corresponding symbols. For negation, the connector is not. The symbol for not is written like this. Notice that this symbol is different from the negative sign. For conjunction, the connector is and. The symbol for and is written like this. For disjunction, the connector is or. The symbol for or is written like this. For conditional, the connector is if-then. The symbol for if-then is written like this. For biconditional, the connector is if and only if. The symbol for if and only if is written like this. Did you memorize our logical symbols for Nandino teens? We should know how to express propositions into symbols to understand them easily. This is also essential for our future lessons in logic. Let us write some propositions in symbols. Consider the following propositions. Let V be the proposition vaccines are effective, and S be the proposition the number of COVID-19 new cases is decreasing. Number 1. Vaccines are not effective. As you can see, the given statement is a negation of proposition V. In symbols, we write this as not V. Number 2. Vaccines are effective and the number of COVID-19 new cases is decreasing. This example is a conjunction of the propositions V and S. In symbols, we write this as V and S. Number 3. The number of COVID-19 new cases is decreasing or the vaccines are effective. This example is a disjunction of S and V. In symbols, we write this as S or V. Number 4. If the vaccines are effective, then the number of COVID-19 new cases is decreasing. This statement is a conditional where V is the hypothesis and S is the conclusion. In symbols, we write this as if V, then S. Number 5. The vaccines are effective if and only if the COVID-19 new cases is decreasing. This statement is a biconditional of V and S. In symbols, we write this as V if and only if S. Writing propositions in symbols is easy, right? I bet you are ready now for the next activity. You need to write the given propositions in symbols. Choose the letter of the correct answer among the given choices. Let us start. Consider the following notations. Let X be the proposition, my idol won an award. Y be the proposition, Filipinos love OPM songs. And Z be the proposition, the climate is cold in January. Are you ready? Number 1. The climate is cold in January and Filipinos do not love OPM songs. Here are the choices. Very good. The correct answer is letter C. Number 2. If the Filipinos love OPM songs, then my idol won an award. Here are the choices. Excellent! The correct answer is letter A. In this conditional statement, the hypothesis has nothing to do with the conclusion. We are not saying that the idol won an award because Filipinos love OPM songs. In logic, the hypothesis need not cause the conclusion. Now, let us try it the other way around. You will translate the given logical symbols into words. Are you ready? Let us begin. Consider the following notations. Let E be the proposition, I will pursue my college education. F be the proposition, I will look for a job after graduation. And G be the proposition, I will manage our small family business. Number 1. E and not F. What is the correct translation? Very good. The correct translation is, I will pursue my college education and I will not look for a job after graduation. How about the second item? Can you translate these symbols into words? Terrific! The correct translation is, if I will not manage our small family business, then I will pursue my college education. Did you get a perfect score in our activity? You are a genius. When we return, we will summarize the things that we have learned from this lesson and we will test your understanding through an interactive activity. Don't change your channel!
Hindi lamang sa larangan ng pangkabuhayan apektado ang maraming pamilyang Pilipino, kundi maging sa larangan ng pagkatuto ng bawat batang Pilipino. Inilunsad ng siyudad ng San Fernando ang programang Nurturing Environment and System for Thriving or NEST isang education community pantry na naglalayon para sa isang malawakang pagtulong, pagtantabay at paggabay na ang focus ay ang makapagbigay ng tulong at suporta sa ating mga mag-aaral sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng educational needs gaya na lamang ng school supplies, tutorial sessions, study tips, at iba pang mga pamamaraan na mas lalong makatutulong sa pag-angat ng ating edukasyon. Dahil hindi hadlang ang pandemya sa magandang kinabukasang naghihintay sa ating mga mag-aaral. Sino-sino nga ba ang mga kalahok sa programang ito? Sa pagtutulungan ng ating school administrators, guro, magulang, at iba pang mga miyembro ng ating komunidad gaya ng barangay officials at sangguniang kabataan ay siguradong magiging mas matagumpay ang programang ito. Paano nga ba ang magiging proseso ng naturang programa? Una, magkakaroon tayo ng isang Facebook group, ang Pampanga High School Nest Education Community Pantry na pangungunahan ng Educational Pantry Coordinator. Ang mga magulang, tagapangalaga at mga guro ay ia-add ng ating Educational Pantry members sa Facebook group na ito. Sa page na ito maaaring i-post ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga o sino mang miyembro ng Educational Pantry ang kanilang mga kahilingan o requests. Kailangan ding ilagay ang pangalan ng mag-aaral, grade at section para sa mas agarang aksyon. Oo nga pala, hindi lang requests ang pwedeng i-post. Pwede ring mag-post ang mga nais magbigay ng tulong o mga gustong mag-donate. Sabi nga nila, sharing is caring. Tandaan na ang Facebook group na ito ay pribado at posts na may kaugnayan lamang sa page na ito ang maaaprobahan. Mayroon din palang Google Form na ipamamahagi kung saan maaari nating isumite ang ating requests o kahilingan. Paano naman ang mga walang internet access sa bahay? Huwag mangamba dahil merong mga nakalaang drop boxes ang ating paaralan na kung saan maaaring ihulog ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang kanilang requests. Sa mga nais namang mag-donate ng school supplies, maaaring ilagay ang mga ito sa tabi ng drop boxes. Maaari ring mag-donate ng mga kagamitan o cash donation kaakibat ang pagsusumite ng deed of donation form. Pangalawa, mahalaga ang ugnayan ng mga guro at ng mga magulang o tagapangalaga sa programang ito. Gamit ang video calls o chats ay ipahahayag ng mga guro ang adhikain ng programang ito sa mga magulang o tagapangalaga. Maaari ring gawin ang orientation na ito ng face-to-face kasabay ng schedule ng kuhanan ng mga module. Gaya ng nabanggit, hindi lamang mga bagay ang maaaring i-donate. Pwede ring mag-conduct ng tutorial session, study tips, at iba pang mga kagamitan sa pagkatuto gaya ng mga aklat o kaya ay gadgets. Ikatlo, ang requested needs ng ating mga magulang o tagapangalaga ay ililista ng ating Nest focal person. Ang mga coordinator naman ang mag-aayos ng mga ito. Ang advisors ng ating mga mag-aaral, guidance counselor, at iba pang mga guro ay ipaaalam sa ating mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang petsa at oras ng pamimigay ng requested needs na gaganapin sa paaralan. Sabi nga nila, it takes a village to raise a child. Kaya naman aktibo at iba yung pakikilahok ang inaasahan sa pagsasanib puwersa ng paaralan at barangay na siyang tutukoy sa pangangailangan ng bawat Fernandinong mag-aaral at kikilos upang matugunan ito sa tulong at suporta rin ng mga miyembro ng komunidad. Isang malawakang komunidad para sa isang produktibong educational community pantry ay tiyak na lilikha ng iba yung pagkilos upang maging mas magaan at madali ang pagkatuto ng bawat kabataang Fernandino. Kaya naman tandaan, magbigay ayon sa kakayahan, kumuha ayon sa pangangailangan.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Welcome back to Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Let us now summarize our lesson. Let us see if you can still remember the things that we have discussed. You need to fill in the blanks to complete the sentences. We have defined logic at the beginning of our lesson. Logic is a science of blank. Right. Logic is a science of correct reasoning. Next, a proposition is a blank sentence that can be classified as true or false. Very good. A proposition is a declarative sentence. Next, the two types of propositions are blank and blank propositions. Correct. The two types of propositions are simple and compound propositions. Next, a compound proposition is a proposition made by combining simple propositions using blank. Great! Connecting words or logical connectors are used to make a compound proposition. Next, we have an analogy. And is to this symbol as or is to blank. Right. This is the symbol for or. Another analogy. If then is to this symbol as if and only if is to blank. Very good. This is the symbol for if and only if. Next, the negation of proposition C is blank. Correct. The negation of C is not C. We have also discussed the 5 logical operations. Can you name the 5 logical operations? Wow, you still remember them. The 5 logical operations are negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, and biconditional. Each logical operation uses a connector. What is the connector used in negation? Correct. The connector used in negation is not. What is the symbol for not? Very good. This is the symbol for not. What is the connector used in conjunction? Right. The connector used in conjunction is and. What is the symbol for and? Correct. This is the symbol for and. What is the connector used in disjunction? Great. The connector used in disjunction is or. What is the symbol used for or? Very good. This is the symbol for or. What is the connector used in conditional? Right. The connector used in conditional is if-then. What is the symbol for if-then? Correct. This is the symbol for if-then. What is the connector used for biconditional? Great. The connector used in biconditional is if and only if. What is the symbol for if and only if? Very good. This is the symbol for if and only if. Wow! You have memorized this table of logical operations. You are amazing, Fernandino teens! It seems that you are ready to apply the knowledge you have gained from our lesson to the assessment. You need to answer the problems about propositions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. You may type your answers in the comment box, or you may also write them on a sheet of paper. Are you ready? Number 1. Which of the following is a proposition? Very good. The correct answer is letter B. Ostriches cannot fly because it is a declarative sentence. And it is true that ostriches cannot fly. Number 2. Which of the following statements is a compound proposition? Excellent! The correct answer is letter C. If it is an acute angle, then it is less than 90 degrees. The connector if then was used to form the compound proposition. Number 3. How many simple components are there in the compound proposition if my brother pays the rental and I pay the electricity, then my mother pays the tuition fees? Amazing! The correct answer is letter C. 3. The 3 simple components are: my brother pays the rental, I pay the electricity, and my mother pays the tuition fees. Number 4. What is the connector used in biconditional? Terrific! The correct answer is letter D, if and only if. We use the connector if and only if in biconditional. Number 5. What is the negation of all books are for sale? Great! The correct answer is letter C. Some books are not for sale. The negation is not necessarily the opposite of the given proposition. In here, the negation states that there are some books that are not for sale. And number 6, what is the logical operation used in the compound proposition, logic is fun or interesting? Brilliant! The correct answer is letter A, disjunction. The connector used in the proposition is or. Therefore, it is a disjunction. Did you get all the items correctly? You are amazing! Here are the references used in this learning episode. It was indeed a great day. Again, this is Sir JV ending this learning episode with a lesson to ponder on. In every decision that we make, anchor it with logical reason. As you ponder on that, let me thank you for watching Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Stay safe and God bless.
O ayan, Fer. Alam mo na ba ngayon ang ibig sabihin ng logic?
Oo, Dino. Ginagamit natin ng logic kapag tayo ay gumagawa ng desisyon tulad ng sa pagboto. We can have a good future if we will vote wisely. Conditional proposition yan.
Wow, Fer. Nakinig ka talaga ng mabuti kay Sir JV ah.
Oo naman. Ang dami nating natutuhan ngayong araw.
Kaya naman,
Maraming salamat, sir.
isa na namang panibagong kaalaman ng ating natunghayan. Samahan niyo ulit kami dito lang sa
Fernandino Teens,
TV Season 2.
kung saan ang kabataang Fernandino ay angat sa talino.
Hanapin mo ang bagong pag-asa, simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan, maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat.